Terry and Gwen. And they move in with their 2 kids. Now, the first thing they notice when they move in...
is a dog.
No. No, the first thing they notice when they move in is all the doors and windows have locks on them. Those slidey locks.
Okay, that's a little weird.
And I'm talking inside and out, all the cabinets, all of it has slidey locks on them. Now, one of the earlier inhabitants has come out and said, well, not all of them. But the very fact that you have to say not all of them tells me a lot of them are there.
Okay.
So, if you're coming out and you're, well, not all of them. Okay, maybe they missed one, maybe one had broke over time, whatever. But the point is that if you move in someplace and your cabinetry, it all locks, something weird has happened there.
Right. And we're not just talking about Jenny Craig.
Exactly. You don't have...
We all know we've been on those diets.
Yeah, you're not worrying about Ricky Lake breaking into your house and, stealing your snack foods.
Hey now.
What?
Behave.
Okay. So, that's the first thing that sort of they run into.
Sure.
And this is odd.
You ain't just whistling Dixie.
But you know what? It's their dream to own a ranch. And so they've got a ranch now. They're not worried about this stuff. It's a little odd, but they're not super worried about it. They go about the business of ranching and setting things up and putting things out and putting things where they go. And suddenly, one afternoon, they notice a huge wolf.
Oh, of course they do.
Big wolf
puppy
on their property. And this wolf doesn't seem scared of them at all, walks right up to them. Now, they're out in the cow pasture. They're out actually by a small enclosure where they're keeping some calves. And the kids actually start to pet the wolf, and it lets them. It's not shy of them at all.
Yeah, that's not concerning.
That's concerning.
And then while they're standing there going, this is weird. Why is this wolf doing this? Blah, just trying to figure it out. All of a sudden, the wolf sticks his head through the wires of the fence. Because it doesn't really have bars. It's one of those. It's not. I don't think it was a barbed wire fence, but a wire fence.
I see.
So it's got that sort of wire thing around it in several layers. So it couldn't just barrel into the enclosure. Okay. So it sticks its head through, bites one of the calves on the neck, and starts trying to drag it through. Well, they're not having this, so they begin to hit it.
Well, yeah, them baby cows, them's expensive stuff.
They begin to hit the wolf. The wolf doesn't notice, doesn't seem to care. So they begin looking around for things to hit it with. And again, whatever they're whacking it with, this wolf ain't caring. It's still trying to drag this calf out, right?
Did you just call the wolf a Karen?
I would call the wolf Karen.
It's a Karen wolf. Go ahead.
No, it's not Karen. See,
it's a not Karen wolf. Gotcha.
It doesn't want to see the manager. It wants to eat the manager.
Oh, my mistake. Good job.
So finally, Terry has had enough. Mm-hmm. And he goes in the house and he gets a gun. And he's like, yeah, you're going to leave that calf alone. And he begins to shoot the wolf. Well, plugs of fur and skin come flying off the wolf.
Ew.
But the wolf ain't letting go. Finally, after about the 4th or 5th shot, the wolf lets go, gives everybody a dirty look, and walks away. Now
okay, fine, I'll leave.
Now, the skin that came off the wolf was gray and smelled like rotted flesh.
Ew.
Ow.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
So, wasn't really a wolf. I don't know, but I'm going to say it was gross. We're going to call it gross. Gross is a good word.
Gross is good.
And that was sort of their welcome to the ranch. After that, things got weird.
Oh. After that, things got weird. I'm glad we cleared that up.
Well, yeah, because they would hear voices. They would hear voices in the air above their head. And it was speaking a language that none of them had ever heard before.
Yeah, I can see where that would be a little concerning.
They came out in the middle of the night to find the ranch lit up like a football field, but there was nothing to light it up. It was just suddenly lit up like that, like just light from nowhere.
Weird.
They saw UFOs of all descriptions, all shapes, all sizes, including one larger than a football field. It was a regular occurrence to see that over the ranch. One time, Terry Sherman comes home from buying groceries, right? She's got bags and bags of groceries. Mm-hmm. And so she takes these groceries, right? And she sets them on the counter. She puts them away, whatever. And then she goes, use the restroom or whatever, just gone for 5 minutes. When she comes back, all the groceries are back out of the refrigerator and out of the cupboards and out of the cabinets and in the bags on the counter exactly the way they were before she put them away. In the space of 5 minutes. And she didn't hear a thing.
Well, that's very inconsiderate.
Like, darn it, I have to redo all my work.
I would be really ticked off if Toast did that to me. That's quite inconsiderate. It's a lot of work to get all the groceries put away.
Yeah, it's also a lot of work to get them back into the bags exactly the way they were prior to you putting them away.
You're right.
Now, a lot of what I'm going to tell you is not quite chronological order. It's sort of as I remember it order.
Sure.
But
that's fair.
But one of the things that happened is their son wanted to go do something. I don't know what. Maybe go to Texas with a family member. We don't know.
Nice. Just pull that one right out of your butt, did you?
I just did. And so, Dad...
Yeah, you gotta bring Caitlin into this. That's fine.
So, Dad tells him, okay, I need some stuff done, right? Mm-hmm. I need some you to cut some logs and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. So, son goes out, does it, puts everything where it's supposed to be, and then goes off with his buddies. Dad comes home. Nothing is done. It's all back to where it was before he did it. And so he's mad at his son. Why didn't you do it? I did. His friends were there. Yes, he did. Stuff like that happened all the time.
Okay, but that one, no offense, present company pretty much excluded, but kids can be full of shit.
Okay,
what about the word you just spoke?
I know, you're right. You're gonna have to bleep me, I'm sorry.
But for Dad to have remembered the story, you have to assume that the kid is actually fairly decent. Because if this is the sort of thing that happened all the time, it wouldn't have registered with him.
Fair enough. If Dad's saying it happened all the time, maybe same thing happened to Dad that happened to the kid. Well, and we already know that Mom put the groceries away and then the groceries were back, so...
Right. So, something else that happened is that their cows kept disappearing. Now, when I say disappearing, I mean disappearing. Like, they would look out, and a cow that was just there 5 minutes earlier would be gone.
Well, and we know from listening to Krysta's facts that, cows aren't very easy to just move.
Yeah, no, they're like 1,500 pounds. You can't easily move a cow in 5 minutes. It would probably take about, like, 20 minutes at tops.
Well, like, in that instance where the cow had just vanished in 5 minutes, they find its tracks. They begin to follow its tracks. Tracks go about 100 yards and then just vanish. No more cow tracks. No cow, but no cow tracks either. It's just gone. In other instances, they would find the cow, but the cow would be mutilated. Eyes would be removed. I don't want to get into the specifics of what was mutilated.
It was gross.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it at that.
All you got to do is look up cattle mutilations, and these were very fine examples of that event.
Gotcha. It was gross.
It was gross.
Enough said as...
Well, and in one instance, they saw a cow. They saw it go over a hill in the pasture. They were going to round it up. Been gone like 20 minutes. They come back. The cow is all the way to the edge of the pasture, which it would have taken it 20 minutes just to walk there. And it's been...
taken apart.
Taken apart is a good way to put it. Yes. If the cow had been a car, vandals came by and stripped it. Took anything worth having.
Gotcha.
So, this is not predation. This is not coyotes. This is not... Because
This is not Mushu beef.
It's actually Mushu pork, and they didn't raise pigs. But anyway...
Sorry, go ahead. I like your humor.
I'm glad somebody does.
Sorry.
Now, in 1886, we're going to go to some of the history here. Buffalo soldiers were stationed at Fort Duquesne. One particular soldier was a known Mason, in this case a Freemason, and I can answer some questions about that, Krysta, but not a lot. Freemasons are a secret society, so I don't know a lot about what they do. Now, I know they're based on the idea of God is the master Mason, and we're all Masons in his service, and so it's a service organization accordingly, but there's a lot of speculation and rumor that there's a lot more creepy things that go on there.
Right.
But there are Mason-like symbols etched into a rock wall at Skinwalker Ranch, and they think this fellow might have been the one that did it.
Right.
In 1906, newspapers report strange noises from homesteaders in the Uinta Basin, which is the word I can't really pronounce real well.
Right.
No, but you did better this time, so good on you, babe.
In the 1940s, Pat Stringham reports UFO and Skinwalker activity. In 1979, the Arnold family, the owners of the Hilltop Bar, witnessed a UFO craft. In 1992, the Sherman family acquired the ranch from Garth Myers, and oh boy. So that's really just a short history, just some of the stuff that has happened. Now, another event that we have to talk about are the blue lights. These blue